Well, Your Holiness, this is the last stop on the tour. These quarters are yours as the new Pope. And you can take down any of these posters and replace them with whatever you want.
Thank you, Chaplain.
Okay, greetings, new Pope. I am the old Pope, but you probably know that already. Now, if you're watching this, I'm probably totally dead, which sucks, but I'm sure they made a big deal out of it because I was the Pope. Oh, by the way, congratulations on being the new me. Okay, so here's a few things you're gonna need to know if you're gonna be the Pope, which you are. Okay, number one, God is real. He's a giant alien with 3 eyes that lives in the center of the earth. Now, angels, okay, angels are like super, super fragile, and if one gets hit by a plane or something, God gets like totally pissed. And every time an angel dies, God kills 1,000,000 people, so watch out. Oh, the remote. Okay, so you gotta hit TV, and then you hit the power button to turn it on, and then you hit cable to change through the channels, okay? And then if you wanna watch a DVD or something, you hit aux. Oh, by the way, as Pope, you get a lifetime supply of root beer. But a lifetime supply of root beer is not the same thing as an unlimited supply of root beer. Supposedly, a lifetime supply of root beer is 2 root beers a day. What? How is that a lifetime supply? Who decided that? And here's the really messed up thing, man. A month has 30 days, right? And you get 2 free root beers a day. So, in a given month, if you only drink 55 root beers, the other 5 root beers don't carry over to the next month. They're just gone. What are they afraid I'm gonna do? Do they think I'm gonna, like, drink 1,000 root beers a day? I mean, I couldn't even do that if I tried, probably. I mean, hello? Geez, man, okay, here's my day, right? I have a root beer when I wake up, I have a root beer for breakfast, then after that, I have to go upstairs and use the machine. Do you know how embarrassing that is? They have tour groups up there. Then I have to go up and down the line of visitors being like, bless you, my son, yada, 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 may I please have a nickel? I mean, I look like a real jerk, man. And they bring in a case of the generic stuff, and I'm like, that's not what I drink. I think that about wraps it up, man. I've covered everything. So, have fun being Pope, have a long and fruitful papacy, and I'll see you in the afterlife, okay? Don't touch my posters, by the way. Thanks. Later.
Root beer, Your Holiness?
When I was just a child, before I would turn out the light, I'd kneel beside my bed and say my prayers every night. Ask God to keep me safe and keep everything alright. Then I'd be real still and quiet until I could hear his reply. And God said, wash your hands or your family will die. And Grandpa will get cancer if you don't touch the stove 3 times. Your dog will run away if you ever tell a lie. Nobody understands when God says wash your hands. When God says wash your hands. God says wash your hands. Now as the years went by, God stood by me through the thin and thick. Though it seems that with his age, the good Lord's gone a tad eccentric. Why I need need to save my pee. I don't understand a lick, but it's better, I bet, than to live with regret. So I guess I'd better do it. 'Cause God said stay inside or get flesh-eating disease. I'll totally make some kid if you don't throw salt when you sneeze. And you'll never get to heaven unless you kill Bill Bellamy. Nobody understands when God says wash your hands. Nobody understands when God says wash your hands. And I hope that it's all wrong, 'cause God said don't sing this song. And I hope that it's all wrong, 'cause God said don't sing this song. Aren't you lucky to be born into the only place that always gets it right? Aren't you lucky to be born into the place where everyone is smart and nice? Well, aren't you lucky to be born to the only one whose God is even really real? Being born over there must really suck. Can you imagine how they feel? Trehen hoshnishin kekes fantun hamishes doraste. Vous n'avez pas de la chance d'être né au talent mon intelligent gentil. Ne ho ho choi gum chot say hey way ya ya jan shen gigopka. Redit sa tam dos no bieto chemploha. Tai mog be preskave kakete bichots vola.
Off, God.